Tell me if this sounds familiar. Like your closet is full, but somehow when you go to get dressed in the morning, you still feel like you have nothing to wear, right? And that is something I hear so many times, and I probably have even said it myself, even as far back as my teenage years. But I want to talk about why that's happening and what you can actually do about it. I'm sharing this because I truly love helping midlife women fall back in love with a woman they see in the mirror. And honestly, a lot of that love for yourself shows up when you get up in the morning and you go to get dressed. Right. And so by the end of this episode, like you'll know how to shop your closet, no spending spree required, and then you'll be able to recreate outfits that actually make you feel amazing in the body that you have now. And so stick around because I've got a little trick that has helped me fall back in love with my clothes, even when I feel like I have nothing to wear. Okay. And so let's go ahead and start with what I hear from so many women. And I've totally felt it myself, right? But here's the cycle. You go to your closet, nothing feels right. So what do you end up doing? You go shopping, hoping to find that really special piece, right? That dress, that blouse, an outfit, right? The one that's gonna like make you feel like how you used to feel. And you think that that's gonna help you show up as the woman you used to be. But you bring it home, you maybe wear it once, and then it doesn't really actually work. So it ends up being just another kind of thing that's hanging in your closet with all the others. And so now you've got more clothes and still have nothing to wear. Right. And here's what someone told me recently that completely kind of stopped me in my tracks. She said, I keep buying pretty things, stuff, I saw in another woman or on a rack, right? In ads or in magazines, because deep down, I'm trying to cover up the ugly that I feel inside. And that really hit me pretty hard. Like, and that's real, right? Like, because I totally knew exactly what she meant. That is what is fueling why I'm talking about this in this episode. Because when we feel disconnected from who we are now, we go looking for the version of us that felt powerful, beautiful, radiant, right? And we try to buy her back. And so the truth is, it's not even about the clothes or our body, even, right? We're trying to use those clothes to find a feeling. So instead of asking, like, does this look good on me? What if we were to ask ourselves, do I feel like me in these clothes? Right? What if we made that our new standard when we go shopping or when we go into our closets every morning? Right? Because clothes aren't meant to fix you or how you feel, right? They're meant to reflect you. And when you put that pressure on those clothes, for them to change how you feel about yourself, they're always going to disappoint you. And so start with how you want to feel first when you get up each day. Like, do you want to feel confident, sexy, creative, joyful, right? Then look at those pieces in your closet that echo that energy you're looking for. Okay. And you can even ask yourself, like, what's one outfit that I've worn that gave me that feeling? So tell me in the chat, what's one feeling that you wish your clothes would give you, right? Do they give you confidence? Do you want freedom? It's like, are you looking for that spark that just says, wow, this is me. I totally love what I'm looking at right now. Like, let's go ahead and talk about it, right? So now that we have uncovered like why we keep buying those clothes that don't work, let's talk about what you can do instead, right? Because believe it or not, you probably own pieces that made you feel amazing in your closet already, right? The problem is you have forgotten that they're there or what they are. And you've convinced yourself that they don't work, right? Or they don't work anymore. And so start here. Go into your closet, pull three outfits or even just three items out of your closet that you remember loving when you wore them. And then I want you to ask yourself as you're looking at them, when did I wear this? How did I feel when I wore it? And then what about this worked that I loved? Was it the color, the shape, the way it moved on my body, right? Or is there a memory attached to it? This isn't about what's totally trendy and what's currently out in the stores. Like this is about what's true to you. And so because these moments of, ooh, I love this, like are those are the breadcrumbs that lead you back to your current style. Okay. And so look for those things, like what you love. Um, and again, I'm not looking for style words like boho or edgy. I'm talking about feeling and function. Okay. And so you just want to make sure that you're dialing in things like, do they fit comfortably in your body that you have now? Right. And then um, do they help me to feel powerful or beautiful or joyful, right? When they're put together on my body. And then do they match that energy that you want to carry into your day? So once you know why something works, you can look for that same energy in other pieces that you already own. It's kind of like reverse shopping, right? Like, but in your own closet. And so here's one of my favorite styling hacks. Create a yes rack, right? It's just a small section of your closet with pieces that you know make you feel your best self. And this makes getting dressed so much easier because, especially on those days where you wake up and you hate everything, or you feel like I have nothing to wear, right? These are your visual reminders that yes, you already have pieces that work. You just need to see them clearly again, right? So now, if something no longer fits your body, but you loved how it made you feel, and you have that yes rack to refer to take note, you can ask yourself, like, was it the silhouette, the fabric, the color, right? So that you can go and replicate it when you go shopping. Um, or when you're shopping your own closet, right? So tell me, what's one outfit you remember feeling amazing in that's already in your closet? Like, what made it work? Like, drop it in the chat because I really love hearing these things. Or even better yet, snap a photo and throw it into the Facebook group so that we can all like look at it and say, "Yeah, girl, you looked great." Right? Okay, so now that you've reconnected with what actually feels good on you, let's talk about where you go from here, right? Because this is the fun part. This is why you joined and listened to this episode. You get to rebuild that wardrobe that reflects that real you, not the you that's 10 years ago, or the version of society that says you should be this, but the one that shows up now, right? The wiser, the bolder, the softer, the stronger, whatever type of person you are in this stage of life. Because first things first, right? Your style doesn't have to look like anyone else's. And I think that's something we forget because we're always comparing ourselves with other people. But you don't have to wear something that's trending, right? You don't have to dress your age, like whatever that means. But you're allowed to redefine what beauty, strength, power, presence, whatever, what that looks like on you, right? And so here's a question to try on. If I wasn't trying to impress anyone, like what would I want to wear today? And then take what you've learned here that through the colors, the silhouettes, the moods, and the pieces that make you feel the most like you, like start building a visual guide. You can get on Pinterest and pin outfits that match your yes rack. And then you can create simple mood boards if you like. You take and create a mood board for those 5 words that define your style of energy. And then snap photos of yourself wearing those outfits and save them in an album on your phone that's just like labeled, "This is me," right? This becomes your personal North Star. So that you're not wandering aimlessly anymore through stores, and get sucked into these trends that don't even serve you. But you get to pick your own style, right? Your style, it's not a fixed thing. It's a living reflection of who you are. So it gets to evolve with you. And as you change, your wardrobe should change with you, not against you, right? So if something worked 6 months ago but doesn't now, like that doesn't mean you've lost your sense of style. It means you're growing, which is a totally amazing, great thing to say, right? So tell me again in the chat, like, what's one word you want your style to say about you? Like, do you want it to be bold, free, effortless, right? Because when you comment these things, it helps us all as a community cheer you on and get to know you better. And so before we wrap up, here's the one trick that I promised earlier is my yes rack, right? It's where I start when I feel like nothing at all fits or looks right or whatever. This when I go and I rediscover, okay, there are a few pieces here that I can wear still, and I do feel amazing in, it grounds me, right? It reminds me of who I am. It gives me more courage to be willing to go shopping because that used to be a task I dreaded to do, right? But I hoped that today I helped you see your closet and yourself in a totally different light, right? Because if you're ready to keep going with this, I made a worksheet that's going to help you. Like it's called the Style Confidence Starter Kit, and it's totally free. You can go download it in the Facebook group, Making Life Beautiful Again, so that you can dig a little deeper into what we talked about today and start feeling like you again and be able to reflect and process through all the things we talked about. And in that group, we're always having fresh conversations every week, just like this. So if you liked this episode, go ahead and hit that like button and leave a comment, please, because I love, love, love hearing from you. And so next week, we're going to be talking about the power of adding massage into your anti-aging skincare routine. And I'll share why it's a complete game changer for me and how you can start doing it at home too. All right, so that's it for today, and I'll see you guys next week.